Murder comment. Oh, hey, I'm glad you're here. And if you're here, you must be interested in Dungeons and Dragons. Furthermore, I bet you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons in space, because that's exactly what we're going to do here is play Dungeons and Dragons in space, near space, ground space, the whole nine. And if you're into that sort of stuff, go ahead and like, subscribe, let us know what you think in the comments, and watch this stuff. Welcome back to another session of the Astral Avenue. We are here in session 13 with our lovely players and myself, lovely players. I'll say hey.
Hi.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
And we're gonna get things going with a recap and pick up where we left off last time. So, last time, you guys were heading into the tavern of the Twin Distilleries. You sat down in a quiet part of the bar with Cole as Dewey and the Scoop played their set on the counter. Talking with Cole, he revealed he used to work with Furlough, as well as Hilda, his once partner, and that finger was Hilda's. Things went sour after her thirst for research outweighed the deaths of innocents within the belt. Cole left the Resistance and has been semi-retired since. He also mentioned he didn't really trust any of the members of the Resistance, at least the ones operating in the area. Eventually, you cooked up a plan to meet with Garias at an abandoned mine nearby, outside of town. Cole even said you could use his vessel to rescue Hilda, if you wanted to do that, wherever she may be, even offering a reward. But before doing so, Dr. Jellybean brought her kiwi to the bar and focused on the nearby Garias, who was having a drink with some other folks. What she saw and discovered was some interesting things indeed. Garias had apparently been the one to cut off Hilda's finger, and has memories of killing several hairfolk, plenty of others. Seeing Hilda on a flying fish type ship with Furlough in the background on his ship that you all had seen in one of these memories, as well as another memory of Garias telling a dark hairfolk figure of Jimmer's treachery against the Crystal Crossings. Dr. Jellybean quickly went and told the table what she had discovered, and this altered the plan entirely. Now the plan was to capture Garias and question him thoroughly, planning to create a distraction by involving a nearby Blowback Boy waiting outside. So, with the plan in motion, Tobias went to get the attention of the GIF outside, while the rest of you took position and gathered around the area as the mercenary shot at Tobias, chased him inside. You all started fires, real and fake, trying to tell Garias to come with you as people took cover from the gunshots and flames.
Most of the things were fake.
He did not take the bait, and as soon as one of you got close to him, he actually shot with his weapon out.
Big ouch.
Trying to corner Garias while dealing with this gift was no easy task. And in the middle of it all, a thunderous explosion burst out from the northern wall as smoke gave way to a heavily armored figure and a red drake-like hound kind of chained to him, as well as another one of these gifts entering through the wrecked wall of the Twin Distilleries. Plenty of people dead in the wreckage. And this is where we're going to pick up. Still in initiative. Bring us back to the map here. And Oblate, what are you doing? And I believe currently, just to reiterate, I think Donna gave you a potion, or you have something on you right now.
I think I have, what is it, plus
+1 armor class.
AC?
That's right.
Or is it +1 AC?
Let me double check
It is
that.
+1
This
AC.
is one.
+1 AC.
That would be nice, though.
Yep. And you have a shadowy Tobias nearby. Explosion just happened behind you. Doing the scoop, still playing at the bar next to Dr. Jellybean.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna knock this dude out. I'm just gonna run right up to Garias. And a leaping downward strike with the quarterstaff to the dome.
Okay. Go for it. 22 will hit him.
Nice.
He takes 6 points of bludgeoning and just crack right on his back of his head as he's like kind of backing away, trying to escape. He's looking pretty hurt.
Not getting away. I'm gonna spend a key point to do a couple of my unarmed strikes on him.
Doing a quick flurry. All right, a 19 will definitely hit. For 7 points of bludgeoning damage, you just kind of like crack him right on the back of his head, and he kind of stumbles a little bit.
And for the next. Oof.
With a natural
This is
20.
gonna be I'm just gonna straight up run at him as he's stumbling back and just double foot kick him in the chest.
Yeah, as you like turn around to like meet your gaze and stumbling backward, you launch your feet at him as he is knocked down and is not immediately looking like he's getting up. And he kind of skids along the floor there, unconscious.
Wait, we gotta grab him and run.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for Oblate?
That'll be it.
All right, that will take us to Dr. Jellybean.
I can't make it all the way over to him, but I'm gonna make my way. Hold on. Can I go up and around that way? Oh yeah, there's bad guys.
There's an armored GIF, and chained to him is a kind of red Drake-like guy. He's got a large sword in one hand and what looks to be, you would think, is a musket, but he's holding it like a pistol. Couple of these glowing orbs strapped to his chest as well.
He's a big boy.
Okay, I'm going to use my kiwi to shoot a firebolt at this guy here.
Okay, the big boy.
I'm just trying to stave him off a little bit. 'Cause we're gonna run. I'm assuming out the side door.
Following Cole.
It's the idea.
All right, with the 7, unfortunately, with this big
On the
burst, you just immediately fire outward with a firebolt, just kind of like getting lost in the smoke a little bit. You can see is not affected by it.
Okay, then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go. Down here. I'm gonna be like, late. Come on. Let's go. And that'll be it for me.
All right, staying there by doing the scoop.
I don't want to get too far away from the side door.
It's up to you. I mean, you still have movement, or you can hold there. That is entirely up to you.
I am holding here so I can be ready when.
All right.
Oblate makes his way over here.
That will take us to Belladonna. Kind of, I think you got knocked prone from the blast.
Oh yeah, but I was already under the stool.
Yep, so you are still prone.
Just hit my chin.
You are more prone.
Yeah, more prone.
Got stooled.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend half my movement and get up. Now let me just pick pathing here. Hold on. Okay. So this guy in closest to me, he's fully clad in armor.
Yeah, heavy plate on.
Ew, I can't set that on fire.
And he kind of like emerges like at the edge of the table where it's like kind of slanted down now that the explosion just at the edge of this smoke debris.
Okay. Donna's going to run this way. And wait, so half my movement. I can only go
So you can go 15.
feet. That's weak. That's so weak. All right. I'll just move here.
All right.
And then wait. Oof. I'm going. Oof.
Take a seat at the table.
Hide under the table. Set this table on fire. No. I can still double move though for my action, right?
Yeah, you still have your action. You can do whatever you want with that.
I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna move towards the bar. I'm gonna come up right next to Dr. Jelly.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't I one down? Did I move myself?
You might have.
I didn't mean to if I moved myself.
OMG, but that's my spot now.
She was standing.
Wow.
I do remember. Yeah, that's fine.
We can just, scoop.
There we go.
You guys
Get
are
on my
dancing
shoulder.
to the music. Anything else for
Oh, dance break.
Donna?
Just a finger wave.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm just trying to get closer to the
All
colon.
right. The armored figure kind of like just makes a look at Dr. Jellybean.
Oh, but
And-
he's distracted by my finger wave.
Like, wow,
then
she's been dancing.
kind of-
He
Look at
starts
her.
bumping the move too.
points with his sword, that one, over at the shadowy Tobias, as the drake that is chained to him runs over to the shadowy Tobias.
Oh no, Goth Tobias. Goth bias.
Not a face.
Gets an 8 to hit him, as the shadowy Tobias just kind of just dodges out of the way. And then it goes in for kind of swinging its tail around, getting a natural 1, as it clumsily kind of like crunches onto the broken stool, breaks it even further, and kind of like loses its footing for a second. So I'll say it kind of falls prone a little bit there, as he kind of lands awkwardly. And that'll take us to Tobias.
Tobias. Let's see, that gift was right there.
Currently face to face with a GIF, and his shadow face to face with a red drake, size of a large dog.
Yeah, that's. And I'm gonna just try to whirl around this guy. Hit him with my short sword.
Okay, that will definitely hit him. You just deal 9 points of piercing damage. You stab into him, kind of like opens himself up for an attack.
As I swing around with my dagger to stab him in the leg.
All right, a 15 just misses, unfortunately. As you go to try and stab him in the leg, he kind of like shuffles his rifle right to block your
Nope,
stab.
still in melee. Well, shoot. I'm gonna have my shadow move away, so it will get you to get an attack of opportunity against him.
It will take it at disadvantage at the moment because he did kind of swinging his tail around there. He's gonna reach out with try and snap at this shadowy Tobias. Getting an 8 to hit.
All right, and the shadow Tobias will move there, and I'm going to use my bonus action to switch places with the shadow.
Okay.
Wowza.
As the shadow becomes solidified and Tobias just kind of fades to shadows. And that does use up, I think, 15 feet of movement, right?
It does.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a hold of Garias. I guess I'll sheath my dagger.
Okay.
And start dragging him, because I have no way to move this guy, so I'm just going to drag him like...
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, because he is larger than you.
Yeah. Here it goes. Normal athletics check. Ooh.
All right. I'll say you can drag him 5 feet.
No, that's what I'm doing. I'm dragging him 5 feet.
All right. And as you drag him 5 feet over, anything else for Tobias?
Oh, dancing.
That'll be it for Tobias' turn.
All right. That will take us to the GIF. As this one.
Everyone, grab a partner.
This one, barely realizing what's happening, is going to pull his sword out and swing at this Tobias. Getting a natural 1 to hit.
Wow.
As his sword kind of gets stuck in the wood at the floor, he just kind of stabs downward at the small form of the shadowy Tobias. And that is all he can do. The other GIF up top is going to move in and
Careful, it's hot.
seeing where the fire came from in this direction, will pull up his musket and shoot at Dr. Jellybean.
Oh, no, thank you.
Getting an 18 to hit.
Oh,
Yep,
shoot.
that'll do it. Shoot indeed. Oh, shoot.
As it's not wanting to roll his damage.
That was meant to be.
It happens. It's not wanting to roll any of his damage. That's
That
weird.
mean it didn't do anything.
It just happens sometimes where some of the character sheets aren't set up to deal damage. But we can just do it like this.
No.
As you take 3 points of piercing damage as you just like get grazed by a buckshot of a musket.
Oh god, that could have been so bad.
And it's just kind of like,
real bad.
and you barely seeing it coming, you kind of just like brace yourself, and it just like kind of scratches your shoulder.
Wow.
I've been hit.
It looks so badass.
Stand down.
Taking us to the big boy.
Just fall over. Prone.
I've been shot.
No, you're not prone. No, I'm prone.
The big boy Dr. Jellybean, you did attack him.
I did. I know. I shot at him. I shouldn't have.
He's gonna take position there and nah, he's gonna leap off of the table
Oh no.
and charge
Look around.
head first towards Dr. Jellybean.
Oh,
That table cannot support his weight.
just crumbles beneath him.
The table.
Is he not encumbered
Dr.
by that armor?
He is not. He is strong.
He's
Dr.
very strong.
Jellybean getting a 20 to hit
No.
Yeah, that'll do it.
as you take 20 points of slashing damage.
That's how many hit points I have.
As he charges headlong straight
Oh,
to Dr.
no.
Jellybean.
Slash for the throat.
And just kind of like runs you through as you feel this cold as he stabs you right in the stomach.
Ah. Oh, I'm down.
As
Right.
Dr. Jellybean falls off of the edge of his sword, he looks to Donna, taking us to Oblate.
Oh no!
Oh no, indeed.
Oh, wait, get your eyes out of here.
Stick to the plan. Says
Right, I'm gonna pick him up as my action.
Just run.
Yep. Don't need is that athletics?
I will say, because you are around the same size as Garias, it'll just, give me an athletics check to see how difficult it'll be. Now the DC will be lower for you.
Can it be at advantage because Tobias has his heels?
Well, Tobias won't be moving with you unless you hold your action to dash with Tobias. But I will say you can move at half speed with Garias.
And it's an action to pick him up, I'm guessing.
No, it's item interaction.
Okay.
He's an object at this point.
Okay. Then I'll just I'll use my action to dash. So I'll get 40 movement outside the front door next to my bird person.
All right. Actually, before I forget, you do hear Dewey when Dr. Jellybean is stabbed. You do hear Dewey play a note really loud. I forgot about this. As you're healed for 8 hit points, Dr. Jellybean.
me.
Yeah, you're still knocked unconscious, but this note kind of keeps you firm.
Run.
As Oblate
Real well.
runs out the front door.
The plan.
Anything else for Oblate? Yeah, these people would be gone by now. Actually, they would have dispersed a little bit.
Use it. No. I'm done.
All
I
right.
don't like rise or anything anymore.
So that will take us to Dr. Jellybean.
Run, Doctor, run.
Down on the floor.
I get up. I disengage
Okay.
and I run.
So you can get 15 feet away.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're running around the bar. You guys scattering in 2 different directions, it looks like. Cole's looking around like...
We're going.
Go with Cole. It's fine. Yeah, let's stick to the
Okay.
plan.
I'm sticking to the plan.
That will take us to Donna.
She's gonna follow suit. Yep.
Disengage and run.
Yeah, Tobias, he's good.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's,
Don't worry about him.
yeah, so I'm gonna disengage. But would it be possible? I know I'm like kind of mad dashing. Hold on, let me get my full movement before I get sidetracked. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Would it be at all possible while I'm running to throw 10 gold on the counter?
Yeah, item interaction. Just pull out 10 gold, just toss it on the counter.
Cool. Now I'm gonna toss it towards the lady of the right here.
The bartender?
Yeah, for
She's-
setting
she
the
is-
table
she-
on fire.
She is taking cover currently. She doesn't even
Yeah,
know what's
so I'll
happening.
throw
She's
it-
kind of
I'll
like
throw it at her
crouched
feet.
down, like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna just throw it at her feet while I'm running because I feel bad.
Kind of
about
gives
the
you a look
table.
like, what?
Doesn't matter.
Anything else for Donna.
Nope. That's all. My conscience is clean.
And that will take us to the guard Drake, who gets up and can't make it all the way, but will use his dash action to dash after Tobias. Actually, let me double check its movement there. No, it can't actually make it to him. Because it has to stay within 20 feet of him. So the Drake will follow after its master's target, chasing Dr. Jellybean. But it had to use its dash action, and that will end the Drake's turn, taking us to Dr. Tobias. Taking us to
Tobias.
PhD.
Everybody's a doctor. Tobias, what are you doing?
I'm gonna have my echo of me splash at guy in front, the gift right in front of it.
That will hit.
And then stab it with the dagger.
All right.
As I pull my dagger, it pulls its dagger.
Fair enough.
Dagger with advantage. Please go down. Please go down.
25 will hit him. As he is holding firm, you kind of stab him in the leg. He's looking hurt, but there's a lot of blood and slashes all over him, but he is just looking angry and half worried at the same time.
Okay, I'm gonna use. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna use my last use of Unleash Incarnation to try a stab again because I need it loose.
All right.
That's not advantage. I'm sorry.
You're good.
14.
14 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks. 5, 10, 15.
You do see his sword is like stuck in the ground at the moment.
25. I'm still moving around him.
I got you.
I'm gonna follow Oblate. Yeah, out the door. And as I'm doing so, I'll be like, yell, "Hey buddy, get the ladies out of here now. Meet you at you know where."
You know where.
Who are you talking to?
Where's that?
Cole.
Okay.
Looking over at Cole.
Fair enough.
Get the ladies out of here. And I'm gonna have my.
You
shadow
barely
actually-
see like the top of his head over the bar table, but yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my.
I know that hairline.
Move away from this GIF.
Okay. Gift doesn't have a weapon. His sword is stuck in the ground, like I said.
It's gonna move over here,
Okay.
and I am going to then run out the door after Oblate. Oblate, we gotta go around the side, buddy.
As the incarnation will then vanish.
Is it over 30 feet?
It is over 30 feet away from you. It's 45 feet away. As you see an image of Tobias running after this red drake, still chained to the gift behind, and he disappears. Taking us to the gift inside. This one down here will pull his... Like, he'll just leave his sword. Go around the corner and shoot with his musket at Tobias.
Tobias!
I deserve that.
Got Tobias.
Dr. Toby.
Where's Scott?
Getting a 6 to hit.
As I dodge, what the?
Like, stop. And then he looks, hey, they're taking somebody. And the other gift will run by the fire, also having a shot, will shoot at Tobias as well. Has the better shot on you. With his musket. And say, I got him. Getting a 14 to hit.
No, you don't.
And then that will take us to the end their turn. Take us to the top of the round. As
No!
Cole will run up, hand Donna a key.
Key master.
Just say, go under the mill. You'll see it. And then leap onto the table, slashing at this red drake. As you see this energy blade erupt from his fist as he stabs downward at it. I actually have to find his stat sheet. Didn't think he would have to be used right now.
Does it look like a stab, or does it look like a
an
punch?
Oh,
It looks like a punch, kind of like Psylocke's blade.
Okay, yeah, that's what. Yeah, cool. Cool, it's exactly what I was picturing.
Yeah.
Me too, yeah.
As he actually has these stats, let me double check that this is the right one. Like I said, didn't think I was going to have to pull out his sheet right now, but yeah, stabs down, hitting it. And he actually does 1d6 more plus 6. Doing a bunch of damage. Stabbing into the side of this drake. And that will take us to the big guy, who will walk up, or rush up to Cole on the side of the bar there, and just take I was actually wrong, he doesn't have a musket. And just take a large swipe with his greatsword.
Dodge it, Cole.
Getting an 18 to hit. As Cole takes 13 points of slashing damage.
Pickle! That's my new nickname for him.
That's Cole looks pretty badly hurt.
No.
That will take us to Oblate.
Run of light.
Just sticking to the plan, and I am running to the side of the building that I know is to the side. But I'm gonna use my action to dash.
Which side of the building?
Be
To the
over
front.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, with half movement with Garias in tow.
So the dash I get there with 40.
All right. That will take us to Dr. Jellybean.
Disengage and run.
Fair enough.
15, 20, 25, 30.
That's the one.
Uh-oh.
You start running towards the back room. Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
No, but I can't move my mouse. I'm having all kinds of troubles.
It happens. Technical
That's it for me.
difficulties are a real thing. That will
I
take
might
us.
have to restart.
Okay. You do have that other mouse. You haven't used in forever, though.
I do have the other mouse. Where is
Why don't
it?
you go find that while we go to Dr. Donna's turn?
All right, Dr. Donna. She's gonna run away. While she's running, she's going to, grease up the place a bit, and I'm gonna put 10-foot square right in front of Cole, right on top of these guys.
All
Grease them
right.
up. And again, I feel horrible because there's this thing's gonna spit fire, and I'm just gonna set more of the place on fire.
Yeah.
But they might slip and give Cole the edge, so that's what she thinks is more important.
Fair enough. As you grease up the place, is that a strength or dex check?
I think it's Dex. Let me double check.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's Dex.
All right. The armored gift gets a 2 and just immediately slip slides onto the bar. They're kind of like hitting his head on the corner of the bar table there.
Exactly what I want.
The Drake rolls an 11. As the Drake starts slipping, does the Scooby-Doo thing where they're like slip sliding, and just like goes like flat, all fours splayed out on the ground.
Love it. All right, I think I'm gonna hold the door open.
Well, the door is all the way around back. There is no door to the back room, actually. It's just open to the elements.
Oh, okay. And
All right, that will take us to the Drake, who is gonna get up. Double see if it can move that far. No. It's chained to that gift. It will try and bite and swing its tail at Cole, getting up. And if it starts or ends its turn, or if it moves there or ends its turn there, it has to make a save at the end of its turn. It actually misses with both. I'm rolling horribly on attacks except for that one against Dr. Jellybean. And a dex save at the end of its turn, because it's actually, it's not stupid. It'll move around Cole and try and get the upper hand.
would my grease spell have hit this, what I assume to be torch?
Well, I assume it's on the ground. That is a lantern on the wall there, but it's affixed to the higher part of the wall.
Gotcha.
If you want to break said lantern, you can totally do that. But that will take us to Tobias.
Tobias looks at the gift. You're a terrible shot. You needed... And I'll bring an echo in front of him.
All right.
Watch your step.
And I'll use it to attack.
All right.
Ooh.
Okay, an 8 to hit. This one seems a little sluggish once it kind of first appears, like taking its time a little bit more, and the gift just kind of knocks it back with this musket. And
Ooh.
with that second one just kind of like slams it down.
Wait, I'm going to use
Okay,
Halfling Luck.
fair enough. Or you could get inspiration.
I'm going to take the Halfling Luck.
All right. Turning that, as he tries to slam down this dagger attack, he just kind of like quickly stabs backward and back upward. Roll me some damage. And he takes 7 points of piercing damage. You stab him like right underneath the armor of his or under his breastplate, in his gut. As he's still going.
Underbelly.
All right.
These guys are tough.
And 30. I think I'm still within range of the incarnation.
You are.
Okay.
He is just within 30 feet, yeah.
Yep. And I'll be like, run, Oblate. And that will end my turn.
All right. That will take us to these GIF. This one down here will... Gonna roll for it. Seeing that his commanding officer has fallen down, turns to shoot towards Cole.
No.
With his musket.
At least he's in melee. Oh, is he classified as in melee?
Who?
Oh, the guy shooting his musket.
This guy? No, he's the guy in the tavern. Still.
Oh, okay.
And misses, getting a 14 hit. The one in front of Tobias will shoot at the Shadow Tobias with disadvantage. Actually, he's gonna pull out his musket or his pistol, and that way he gets 2 shots. Still at disadvantage though because melee. Getting a 10 and an 8 to hit.
Both miss.
Horrible shots. Ending their turn. He's going to actually maneuver around to the outside. And just kind of skirting around Tobias and the door. That will take us to the top of the round, and the armored guy is going to... It's gonna just slash at Cole here. Or actually, Cole goes first.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Cole is going to use the opportunity while he's down to slash at him. I rolled the wrong one last time. There it is. These are also just temporary. Boop-doo. As he stabs out, missing with his first attack, but hitting with the second attack. As he does 21 points of damage. To this guy. And then he will bonus action disengage and just kind of block the corner. Looks to them, looks to the doctors. Find where Hilda is! And just kind of like gives a solemn kind of look down. Blade out.
No.
He said? Didn't hear it.
Said find where Hilda is.
He's sacrificing himself
No.
for Hilda.
He gave Donna a key. And the gift will get up and slash at Cole. Getting a natural 20.
No.
Oh boy.
As
Just drop his fingers.
you see Cole get stabbed right in the chest. As he gets stabbed in the chest, though, you see this kind of purple light exude from him as the area is filled with a thick purple fog.
Wow, he was a magician.
He had a smoke machine the whole time. He didn't let us play with it.
Balloon, the worst one ever.
That's so rude.
Let's see if this one does. No, that one doesn't do it. As the area fills with a thick purple smoke here. That'll take us to Oblate.
I've got to run. I got to go meet Cole. All right, I'm gonna dash for 40.
All right.
Is that?
That guy's not really there. Yeah, he's there. He's just kind of like holding a cup out as you're passing by.
Can you put him big on the screen? Is that a
No.
zombie?
He's a dwarf. Looks like he's dirty and disheveled, wearing rags, just kind of like holding his cup up at you, and you can see a couple of copper pieces in his cup.
That's a zombie.
He's not a zombie. He's a dwarf. He's
Why are the zombies here?
he's a dwargar.
He looks like a skeleton. He's got no eyes. He's got blood in his beard. His teeth are all sharp looking and gnarled.
Yeah, he's been eating scraps for a while.
Why don't you tell him he's ugly before you pop him in the mouth?
He took
You
some.
look like a zombie.
He ate some bath salts earlier. Okay.
Okay.
Is he
That's-
Florida man?
He is Florida man.
Florida dwarf.
Mhm.
That's nuts. We're
trying to
gonna
be more
upset
crazy.
everyone from Florida. Just kidding. They know. They already
Sorry,
know.
Florida's
Spare
cool.
change. Holding it up, looking at Oblate as you pass by him.
I think I'm a copper.
Okay. Gives you a nod, taking us to Dr. Jellybean.
I'm dashing. 10. Where's the door?
You know it's this way, to the
Is
north.
that way? Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. That's 55 right there.
And then you can open the door if you want, and move 5 more.
Open the door. I'm in the doorway, looking behind me.
All right.
Donna is.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
That'll be it for me.
All right, that'll take us to Dr. Donna. What are you doing?
I want to move away, but I also want to see if I can see better into this fog.
You can't see shit.
No?
No.
Okay.
There, Donna, let's go. Come on.
Oh. Okay.
Donna.
As she turns her back on Cole, he'll be fine.
He's totally fine. He's got it under control.
The Drake,
Okay.
the Gift, Cole, there was a Gith Yankee behind the bar, and even the owner of the bar. You can't really see. She's kind of like taking cover, like, looking around. Doing the scoop, still playing though.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. That's everything will be fine then. As long as the Dewey keeps playing, everything's
Dewey's
gonna be
there.
fine. Right. He would never let anything bad happen to Cole.
No, never.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna full move get GTFO. I don't feel good about it.
All right.
Mm-mm. It doesn't feel good.
But he said find Hilda and I trust Cole. He's got all his fingers. He's got 10 more.
He does, yeah. As you follow Dr. Jellybean down the storeroom / distillery area, things bubbling and brewing the whole time.
Okay.
That'll be. I think you can get you right up to Dr. Jellybean.
Okay. It's where I'm meant to be.
Yeah. That will take us to a. Right. who you hear snarling coming from the distance. Donna and Dr. Jellybean. And this chain rattling and then just this like tight tautness as the group will actually try to break it. Nope. Taking us to Tobias.
That guy's still got a shot, so I'm going to use my echo to stab at him.
Okay.
He died.
I believe that is going to be a hit. Yes. For 6 points of piercing damage as he stabs into him. And swirling around, getting a 22 to hit as well. As you see the GIF fall over at the steps of the entrance to this place.
Alright, and just run.
Okay.
Okay.
It's to the other GIF. I don't think he can make it. He's gonna shoot at the shadow. Oh, actually, your shadow would disappear at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
He goes, "Boss, what are we doing?" And he's going, "Nobody move!" You would hear coming from inside the building. Taking us to the top of the round. I'm actually gonna hop out of combat here, as you have separated. We can keep initiative if we want, but we'll start with Dr. Jellybean and Donna. What are you two doing as soon as you exit out of this place? You hear thunderous steps behind you, growling, and other gunshots from within.
I'm gonna be looking for Tobias and Oblate.
I'm going to...
Do not see them anywhere.
I'm going to message Oblate telepathically, because I know
Okay.
he's still in the area. And since he's the one carrying, Gorias, and tell him under the mills. Meet us. And then try to find a sneaky way, and a quick way to the mills.
So
Away from Doc.
the mills, do you know what he was referring to?
Was it that?
Allow me to
Right.
check my notes.
Was it right behind
I
the?
would assume these things.
There are the twin distilleries, each have a mill on them.
Yeah.
Right.
He did say right under this one, though, so that one. That's where me and Oblate are running. But
You guys are
I don't know.
currently at this one.
Oh, he said it's under the one we're in, so then yeah, we'll try to.
So,
Through the mill.
Dr. Jellybean and Donna, what are you two doing? You message Oblate, tell him it's under the mill. Meet us there.
Well, shit, maybe I should message Cole and be like, which mill? I know you're like possibly dying, but like, which mill?
What do you
It's
got?
kind of big.
Got split-second
gotta-
decisions to make here.
We gotta run that way.
Yeah.
We gotta run towards the mill.
Think about this as a minor skill challenge. So what are you doing to help yourself get to the mill without getting caught? Or get under the mill without getting caught? Don and Dr. Jellybean.
What? Oh boy.
I know.
Oh boy.
Did anybody else hear that? Oh, never mind.
As you hear gunshots coming from within, screaming, yelling, snarling of the Drake.
We need.
What I'm thinking of is like if I use an Arcana check to maybe create an illusion of, I don't know if I could just do myself or me and Donna like going a different direction.
Okay.
That way, in case anyone's following us, they
I
might
would
see
say that would be a deception check.
Well, that's not something I'm proficient with.
It doesn't have to be something you're proficient with. Just what are you
It would
doing?
really help if it was. No, okay. I am going to be.
We need some mode of transportation or something.
I want to use investigation to try to see if there's like a pathway below the mill,
Okay.
any type of.
So that would be a kind of like a search action or a study action, if you will. So give me an investigation at advantage as you quickly look around for a path. And you have advantage on that because wizard in One DnD. With a 24, looking around quickly in a split second, you do see on the far side there is kind of hidden behind some crates what looks to be a natural staircase going down.
I'm gonna grab Donna and point over there. That way.
Astute observation, Doctor.
And as you come that way, you do see the draconic figure rushing out the door after you.
Mm-hmm.
Not too far away. Donna, what are you doing?
Donna. I mean, I'm just gonna keep making them throwing. I want to put obstacles in their path, or
What are you putting in their path, and how are you doing it?
I'm just gonna find a bucket to put my foot into. My right foot's actually magnetized.
What are you going to do with
Around the
said
street.
bucket? What?
No. I imagine
He's gone through the bucket.
crates and barrels and stuff. Stuff
Yeah,
is always being
there's stuff always
and-
around. Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm gonna rig the grenade. I'm gonna rig it. I'm gonna rig the grenade, put it in a crate.
Okay.
I'm gonna time it where I'm gonna know where he's. I'm gonna plot where he's gonna chase right after us. I'm gonna put it in a
Okay.
under a tarp or something.
I would
Whatever.
say give me a Tinker Tools check to try and quickly rig something.
Yeah, I might even have to rig it. It had a delay, didn't it?
Nope.
Oh well, I want it to be exact.
Yeah. You want it to be proximity based, essentially, or something. And you're kind of trying to put it behind some crates and barrels.
Yeah, buddy.
With a 24, sure enough, you guys start darting towards this kind of pathway you see leading downward, these natural older kind of staircase, as the Drake charges up. Donna placing this kind of like a charge by some crates and things of that nature as it explodes, and you can see the Drake get kind of launched off the side of the boardwalk and just start dropping off the side.
Nice.
Yeah, now I can't
And-
follow our scent.
Meanwhile,
Your
Oblate
scent.
and Tobias, what are you two doing with the unconscious body of Gorias with you?
I'm gonna create an echo so I can catch up, do little jumps, basically to get a little bit faster because I can make it 15 feet away and then have it run 30 and then so it gives me a little more movement so I can catch up to Oblate and help him.
You can catch up to him really easily.
And then
I'm slow.
and now I'm going to help him carry Garias. Like I got the legs, he's got the arms, and we're
Okay.
doing like
So give me a athletics check
I feel
to
like that's gonna attract more attention.
hurriedly. Well, they're trying to help them be quicker about it at the
Right.
very least. With the 18, start running away. In what direction are you two headed?
well, we got to go around the back, so that would be along the side.
You're
and then we'll take a
unsure if
left.
it's around the back at this point. That's where Cole is going to go, though.
I'm going to go where Call was going to go. Yeah, that's the best we got is back towards where that door is.
Okay. So you make it around back, and you see an explosion as a drake gets launched into the sky, essentially, and starts drifting for a moment before it falls.
Well, that was fucking sweet.
Oblate, what do you do?
He said under the mill. Can I just start peering under the mill to see if I can see what he's talking about? Use my perception.
Yeah, give me a perception check. As you quickly run over there to the underside, to the side of the mill with a 13 perception. You don't see anything immediately at the side of the mill. I will need both of you to make dexterity saves for me, though.
Uh-oh.
As you're quickly run over to the side next to the mill, which is near the back door. All right. An explosion launches nearby in the storeroom as you each take 7 or 8 points of piercing damage. Kind of like debris just goes flying out the door near you, and it seems like there's more things like bubbling and starting to burst inside as the actual distillery in that twin distillery is starting to explode minorly for now.
Yeah, I was expecting one boom, but when the second boom went off,
Mhm.
I'm concerned.
And so, Tobias and Oblate, what are you guys doing? Peering over the edge, you don't see anywhere to go. It might be down there. Just don't see a way down.
You don't see a way down, buddy?
I do not. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't see anything down there.
Okay,
Could always, we'll say, you do have that sweet grappling hook. You can always rappel down.
that's my plan. All right, man. All right, buddy, you ready?
I guess let's do it.
Hook my grappling hook, and here we go.
All right, so you two rappelling down. I will need athletics checks from both of you.
Is it gonna be
This is to hang on to Garias and to maintain.
maintain?
All right, with a 15 and a 13. Tell you what, Oblate,
Oh god.
you have an option.
Oh, you what?
Can either drop Garias or you can drop your pistol. All the pistols.
Does he
Got it.
still have inspiration from
All the
this is
pistols.
the same fight?
I have no inspiration.
He has no inspiration. He's a human. He gets it daily.
Yeah, you have it at the beginning of this
He
session,
already,
right?
he already used it. Not the session of the day. So either all the pistols or Garias.
All the pistols?
Not even just like 2 of the pistols?
All of the pistols.
I really like those pistols, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hang on to them and I'll hold on to Garias. I've still got them.
Nope.
No.
This is
Wait,
maintaining
no,
yourself.
I have guns in my bag of holding.
You both have
You're right.
guns?
Yeah, I thought I put their guns in my bag of holding. It's
You
lifted.
did.
You took the
Wait,
took the
no.
musket.
Okay.
So you know you got a musket.
Oblate's not
Given the
proficient with
moment.
muskets.
Well, you gotta
So
learn.
what are you doing, Oblate?
I can get you new guns.
All the art of the deal. What if I drop Garias, but use my thorn whip to grab him and pull him back? Better yet, what if I drop 3 pistols and use my thorn whip to grab one of them back?
I would say give me a wisdom check for that.
Okay.
You can
If
drop
you
your
want.
guns
I'll
and just pick.
drop the pistol. I'll drop the pistols. I'm not going to drop Garias, but I'll drop the pistols and hopefully I can catch one of my pistols with the thorn.
Hanging on to Garias, you see your sack, your web grip sack, starting to fail as you're rappelling down. It kind of like hits parts of the mill itself as you're falling down. So struggling to hang on to Garias and seeing those fall out, you reach out with your thorn whip. Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom, chiggity, chiggity, check. Let's do
Come on.
it. Probably not.
With a 14, unfortunately, all the pistols go falling into space. And as you two are kind of like slinging down, rappelling down on this grappling hook rope, you see Dr. Jellybean and Donna kind of like making their way down a set of natural stone steps underneath the kind of like and there's like an alcove underneath the mill there that they are kind of walking down. Dr. Jellybean and Donna, what are you two doing?
Do I know that Donna has a key?
Yeah, you were
yeah,
right, you
I
were
mean,
right
yeah.
next to her.
Okay. I guess I'd be. We gotta look for a door.
You do see Oblate and Tobias swinging down, holding on to Garias, stuff falling down into nothingness.
Cascade of firearms falling.
Grab the stuff. If
Yeah,
I see them,
can we-
grab the stuff.
It
Can
is,
we
it
try
is
to
gone
catch
at this
a
point.
pistol? Oh man.
Oh, no, mate.
I've got a plan. I'm getting a pistol back at the end of this, just to let you know. 'Cause I
Okay.
know someone that has a pistol.
We're gonna have to
I'm stealing
disarm
it.
Garias.
Yep. And what are
It's
you?
got-
What is Donna and Dr. Jellybean doing right now?
Can I offer them a plank in their trying times?
I prefer
Plank of
egg.
wood?
So you hold out there. So going down the staircase, there's some woodworking supplies, spare boards lying along. You reach out.
Rotate it and counterweight it with something, and then I'm gonna keep moving with Doctor.
Oh, I see. So you're placing a plank somewhere and just putting it to make it easier for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like
So
they're
give
coming down a
me.
bit.
I would say just give me an
Counterweight it.
intelligence check for this.
Okay. Just trying to make their path easier, but also make sure we're going where we need to be. Yeah, it's something. It's
All right, with the 10, you set it there,
probably not the best
and it
counterweight.
falls, and just as it falls, whatever you put there as the counterweight just hits you right in your chin.
Rude.
As you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
You hit your thumb every now and then.
And it just goes falling down into nothingness.
Okay. Well,
You tried.
I'm gonna continue on.
All right. Dr. Jellybean, what are you doing?
I'm continuing on. I'm looking for a door or anything that could be a door. Maybe it's hidden. Maybe it's a hidden door. I don't know.
Looking around for hidden doors. Give me an investigation check again.
Whoop.
Right. Good thing you have advantage on those
Yep.
search or study actions.
So looking around, at first you don't see anything, and then further down you see this natural staircase keep going around, and before you get around to that bend, you do see some lines, kind of just very faint outline of what looks to be a door shape, but it's stone just like the rest of stuff around it. And you do see a small
I'll point it out to
keyhole.
Donna. I'll be like, maybe it's over there.
Fair enough. With Oblate and Tobias still swinging there, you do see Donna and Dr. Jellybean running down. You see Donna kind of stop to provide like a counterweight with a board sticking out, hits herself in the face, and she just continues running.
Oh, well.
What are you two doing? Just dangling there, hanging on to Garias and each other and the rope.
I'm going to try to swing us over, buddy.
Sounds
Oh
good.
my god.
We'll use Garias' weight and try to toss him. So what our goal is here is to swing and then toss Garias onto the ledge
Okay.
and then jump off, and I'm going to lose my grappling hook and my sweet.
So give me is another athletics check. And so the DCs for these athletics, I will say this will be an athletics from both you guys.
I'm so
Or actually, no, it would just be Tobias, and then Oblate, you can do something afterwards.
it's a good monkey.
With a 14 athletics check. High or low, Tobias?
Hi.
High it is. So, Tobias, swinging on, using Garias, you get Garias over there. But
I don't like the butts. Nothing matters till the butt.
your fancy silver sword starts to slip out of its scabbard there.
No.
I'll say go ahead and give me a dexterity save.
No.
All right, with a 23, kind of like quickly, like using your elbow to nudge it back down and leaping over, both Tobias and Oblate make it to that ledge, and you see Donna and Dr. Jellybean kind of running down. Dr. Jellybean kind of stops for something. What are you guys doing?
I need one of you guys to stabilize this dude.
Yeah, for real.
I'm
I would-
so happy you guys caught up.
Yes, we made it.
I can cast spare the dying on him.
Yeah, but we just don't want him to wake up either. Doesn't that
No,
make
it'll just
Find him.
no, it won't make him up.
It's
We can do
gives him
that
one
later.
hit point,
Yeah.
so he will be up.
It would wake him
Yeah.
up.
Oh, really?
He's breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's breathing?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
worried about that. He's breathing.
He's breathing. So what are you guys doing? All
Go
together.
He's fine.
Go inside where? Where are we going?
There's a door.
I will approach the door.
All right, you see this kind of, it just matches perfectly with the stone. As you get
I
up
have
to
a
it,
feeling now.
with your keen perception, this isn't stone. This is wood. But it very, very much depicts the stone around it.
Mm.
And as you put the key in, you can hear footsteps coming down. And I need everyone to give me a stealth check.
Oh my god, no.
And pretty much the passes and failures that you've made will determine the DC.
I'm going to look around for any buckets or cauldrons.
There's
avoid.
nothing around.
You gotta want to avoid those. Come on, Dr. Jellybean, you can do it.
Scared.
20, a 15, a 10,
No.
and a 6.
The damn bucket.
The bucket came out of nowhere.
I'm telling you, it's magnetized.
But
Look at it.
that is actually 3 passes and 1 failure. So as you quickly open the door, without even looking to see what's inside, you quickly skirt in. Donna kind of scraping by a little bit, but you kind of muffle it as you all get in the space, and you can hear footsteps behind you as you shut the door. These footsteps keep going, and you find yourself in this darkened space. Turning around, and you see what looks to be a dock with a small vessel, couple of sails on either side of it, in between the sloop and the rowboat. It's not quite as big as a sloop, not quite as small as the rowboat. Looks like it has, I believe, double check, some yellow sails on it. It seems to be in pretty good condition, and there is nothing else in this space, just this empty kind of dock, which doesn't go out, it just goes down. As the gravity in here is kind of that wonky space where it's like not quite the bottom, not quite up, and there's like little boardwalks around the kind of like a little boathouse, but in a cave, and no exit other than down, as the boat is tied up to the dock in here. And that is where we'll take our little 5-10 minute break.
I think I have 2 keys on my key ring now.
As you guys have escaped, yeah, you still have Jimmer's key. As you guys have escaped the GIF, but might have paid a price.
The call.
We'll find out. So we'll take our little break there, and I'll see you guys here at about 20 after.
Sounds good. See you guys then.
All right.
See y'all in a few. Welcome back. And last we left off, the just escaped the twin distilleries and happenings there. Cole seemed to possibly sacrifice himself so you guys could escape. Last thing he said to you was, find Hilda. And you escaped down below the twin distilleries, beneath one of the mills, finding a hidden small dock, darkened, no light coming from anywhere, a little bit from the outside, so it is dark in here, but you do see a ship, and you have made it with Gorias intact. Well, Gorias alive, unconscious, in your possession. What are you guys doing?
First thing I'm asked, where's Cole? Guys,
He's buying us time.
I don't think Cole's gonna make it.
Of course he is. He's just buying us some time. He'll be fine.
I'm gonna like mouth to Tobias like, I don't think Cole's gonna make it.
I can see you, Doctor. He's going to be fine.
Hey, there was a purple a purple gas coming out of
all the purple.
a smoke, a fog. That's not normal. It's not.
Weapon.
It was coming out of him.
Huh?
He got stabbed real bad, and then this purple smoke just went everywhere, all around.
You didn't see purple smoke?
Couldn't see nothing.
Okay.
I saw none of that.
Yeah, we were getting Garias out.
I imagine that's his insurance policy or something, like his safety net.
What did he say to you before?
Find
He-
Hilda. He's buying his time.
He gave Donna the key and then said under the mill, and then told us to find Hilda.
Okay. All right. I don't know what to say. This is not good.
What? I thought that went pretty well, I'd say. Oh, I like how the music timed that. Anybody else hear the piano?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blake,
That was a joke.
I hope Garias is worth it, because right now I'm not happy with this guy. Can we disarm him first, since we're carrying his unconscious? Go ahead and take his sword and his gun.
Dibs on his
A
gun.
banana.
He does have a sword and a pistol.
Take the
His
banana.
sword has a fancy little banana-like hilt.
Perfect.
Careful.
I will be. I don't plan on using it till I know what it does. But the gun, here you go. Oh wait. Any bullets? Just get
Just take
everything
his whole
off.
belt.
Tie him up. Does anyone have any rope? I lost mine repelling.
3 bullets.
Nice. I've got some rope.
Cool. Let's tie this guy up. Really good. Like really good.
Yeah.
Someone want to help me with that? And I want to start tying him up.
Yeah, sure.
I could not. Okay, probably
Yeah,
Oblate.
Yeah, I
Just
figured
tie it up.
Oblate is better at knots.
All right.
I mean, we can do stitches and stuff. Tiny nuts.
I need-
That's true.
okay. What are we going to do about this ship? Okay, so at least we have a ship. We got Garias. We can find Hilda.
Well, we need to take him somewhere else so we can get some answers.
I'm looking
We
around.
can't do that here. No.
Can I study Garias in terms? Can I do a medicine check to see how stable he is?
Yeah, you can do a medicine
his
check.
eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a medicine check.
Because if he's like, I don't want it to be like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah. Let me just check his wounds real quick. Oops.
He mostly just took blunt attacks. I think he's got 1 stab wound that wasn't too serious from Tobias.
Mhm.
Okay, so he's not gonna like die anytime soon.
He's bruised up and battered. He might have a couple of broken
No, he-
ribs.
Don't want him to have any kind of memory loss. That would be super inconvenient.
Yeah,
He
we're
could
gonna.
have a concussion.
So now the question is, do we? This seems pretty safe place for the ship. It seems like a good place to have an interrogation, because we could
Yeah,
take the
just
ship.
because but he could be loud. I don't know how the sound travels down here.
Why don't we
Not
wait?
actually stone,
How about we wait a little while?
And I'll show him the
Like
wood.
just the door itself. This is like a kind of cavern type area, but the other side of the door is clearly wood, and there's some wood flooring, but it extends to a kind of like dock-like area, like maybe about. Let me double check the size of the boat. So maybe about like a 35-foot by 30-foot space in here.
Yeah, but it's got like an open hole in the middle.
The bottom is open to the elements, and that is because that is how you presume that's how the boat gets in and out.
I don't know how soundproof it is down here. But I would like to do some investigating.
Okay.
See if I can
I-
soundproof it more.
And I want to listen by the door to see if I hear anybody outside of it.
Someone's gonna stuff something underneath the crack in the door.
Dr. Jellybean, give me a perception check. And Donna, give me a investigation check. Are you proficient with woodcarver's tools or stonemason's tools, Donna?
No.
Okay.
Wait. I didn't take wood carvers? What? Oh, baloney.
So yeah, just give me an investigation check. And Dr. Jellybean listening at the door. Occasionally you hear footsteps, but you don't hear any. You might hear some muffled conversations every now and then. But not sure how far away. And Donna, looking over this place for a while, seems pretty soundproof. At least,
Okay.
maybe not down below, but it just goes out into nothingness.
Okay.
Like the door itself seems pretty soundproof.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right.
I can produce it, doesn't mean I'm proficient with it.
Right.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah,
Unless-
because if she was, I was going to give her advantage. She didn't need it anyway. She rolled really good.
Need.
Okay. All right. So we have a soundproof room. You probably need to.
Mostly soundproof. I mean, you know,
Mostly
someone screamed.
Right. Is there a
Right.
hole? Is there a hole in the ship? Like this ship is large enough that has a top deck and a hull.
It doesn't appear to have a hole.
Yeah, let's investigate this shit.
I would say, Tobias, if you want, give me an investigation check, because Donna and Dr. Jellybean will take some time inspecting the room and listening at the door. And Oblate, are you doing anything while this is going on?
I'm really trying to conserve my energy because I'm tired from carrying that guy around, and I'm also like mad hurt.
Fair enough.
No, you hurt. Oh, I can help you.
That would be much appreciated because I'm like,
Yeah, the doctors
my breath
would help bandaging and
Yeah, I'll
tying
use
tiny knots.
I'll use healing word. I'll say, boy, I sure hope you feel better. That sucks.
oh wow, that feels real nice.
All right. And Tobias hopping on the ship, the boat. It looks like a pretty nice ship, all in all. And I'm glad you rolled twice. I was going to give you advantage because you're seafaring. As Oblate is healed for 7. Tobias, you do find a hidden compartment, only accessible from the side of the ship, though.
Open it up. See if there's anything in that.
Roll me a d20.
It's a dart.
Oops.
You
Money.
find a chest in there.
Yes, a chest of money.
Okay. Pull the chest out.
It is a big, heavy chest.
Mm.
Oblate. A little help.
I would go over to help him out.
It's like wood and a little bit of like steel enforced.
Right. So I found this in here.
It's probably almost as big as you, Tobias. So
Yeah,
you would have a hard time getting it out by yourself.
Sorry. Buddy, I can't move this. It's
Lifting it up and out. We're just taking it up and out.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to investigate? Are we seeing any of this?
You're busy with the walls at the moment and making sure it's soundproof. Because that will take some time to fully investigate the room.
And you want lifting this out? You want to strength check, or do you want an athletics check?
Nah, you can easily pull out this chest to get the two of you and put it down on the side of this little dock.
Is it locked with a external lock, or is it?
You don't see a lock on it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we should take this. This is Cole's stuff, but
I mean, it was on the ship, right?
right. I'm just looking. There's no way under the ship, so if Grice is screaming, he's going to make a lot of noise.
It's a good stash place, but it could be something he's carrying.
I mean, we could put him in the trunk and put him on the side.
Yeah, we could put him in the trunk.
We should have the trunk ready for that option if we need to. I think if he's a screamer, we need to put him in the trunk. But he wants self-preservation. I really don't want to kill him. I just want to find out where Hilda is. This is a pretty dangerous thing. Maybe it'll help us get closer to what the captain wants. So I'm going to justify it and say, yeah, let's interrogate this guy. We can offer him freedom. I don't care about his banana sword. He can keep his banana sword. You like his gun, though, right?
No, the gun's mine.
Yeah, we can replace the gun, so I'm not worried about that. This guy wants to live, right? So remember that. We'll just...
So we're just gonna let him go and he's not gonna come after us?
I mean, he knows we can take him out pretty easily, so... I always like to give the people the option to live if possible, just because.
But then he's gonna know that we took Cole's ship. And he's gonna tell the Blowback Boys to look for the ship.
Oh, I didn't say we were letting him go here. We'll let him go once we find Hilda. Once we find Hilda.
I was thinking we put a bag on his head just to be safe so he doesn't know what the insides of where he's at looks like.
Huh?
And that's why you guys are the doctors. You're so good at this stuff.
So good at torturing and... No.
No one said torture.
No, and there's not going to be any torture. I'm just kidding.
Right, no torture. As I put away
It's a
my dagger.
precaution. It's just a safety precaution.
I don't want to torture. I would prefer it. Maybe he'll give us the answers. Let's put a bag over his head, and that's a brilliant idea.
Do you have a bag?
I'm looking.
Bag of holding. And then he just climbs right in.
I know that Cole can't keep himself away from Merle's Bagels at Sunrise Cafe, and he's got bagel bags all over the place.
This place is empty, aside from the boat.
The boat. Check the boat. He would totally
boat
take some
might have a
Merle's
bag.
Bagels on the go.
The boat's really clean. It seems.
Yeah.
He said he just bought it.
Not a single bagel in sight.
Something's not right. Cole's not eating his bagels. This whole Hilda thing's really got him stressed out.
I'm gonna look around at everyone's clothes and see if anyone has any cloth we could use for
There's a sweet duster.
I mean,
not
no,
the duster.
me and the doctor have really long, coverings.
That's true.
Okay.
And mine's too big anyways. So I could take the hem off,
Okay. Let's blindfold him.
do some sewing.
Perfect. Blindfold him,
Okay.
and so blindfold, and then I guess we could gag him for now, just to be explain the situation once he comes to.
I'll just use another piece of fabric.
Okay. So that's taken care of. Now we have this chest to deal with.
So it's across his mouth, it's
So he
not.
can still breathe.
He can still breathe, but he can't form words.
Right, I gotcha.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Dr. Jelly, I assume you're our pilot, or Oblate, are you pilot? Who wants to pilot this thing?
Somebody else could give it a whirl if they want to.
I'd
It's not
love
that
to,
hard.
but I don't have any magic.
I mean, I guess I could
You
buy
might. You have some magic.
I'm gonna go see if I can start attuning to the ship.
Nope.
No, it says access denied, and that I don't. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I will not
Give
be
you
the
a
pilot.
jolt.
It does have a similar kind of rudder, and that's its attunement area. You can see magical runes on the back of it.
So, yeah, Oblate, you wanna be the pilot?
Here I go.
It will take an hour. But you
All right,
can.
we're gonna start that process.
As Oblate sits on the ship, just kind of hanging onto the rudder the whole time. And you do see on the rudder there's these kind of like crystalline sort of structure to it. Different hues of purple and clear. Cold to the touch. You have a gagged and bound Garias and blindfolded.
And blindfolded.
No weapons.
No weapons.
No weapon.
You got
All
his
right, everyone.
banana sword and off to the side, and Oblate has his pistol.
All right, everyone. What questions will we ask him when he wakes? Let's do it while he's,
So listen, I can detect thoughts again too, while we're asking him questions, so that I can see what he's thinking about while these questions are being asked.
That's brilliant, Doctor.
Good stuff. I was just gonna tell him that do a whole like sob story. He doesn't have to die. His life could be okay. He just has to take us to Hilda.
Oh, I don't want him alongside us at all.
Oh no, we can't leave him, and I really don't want to kill him. So we don't really know the whole situation. I'd say bring him with us.
Yeah, I think that's our best bet.
In the trunk on the side.
Okay, yes. Certainly not as a free agent.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. But we need to empty the trunk first. So, doctors, what do you think of the trunk? Let's start with that. Problem 1, trunk. We need the trunk empty. So
is the chest empty?
We gotta open it.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it.
Okay, I would like to look at this chest. I would like to
I know.
examine it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Do the whole.
Hey, give me an investigation of the exterior of this chest, if you'd like.
Can I help her? Will that give her advantage?
Sure.
I want to help.
Preesh.
With a 20 investigation, looking it over, it's a nice chest. Kind of like picking up a little. It's a little heavier than you would imagine it would be, or should be, but yeah, seems in good shape, sturdy.
Does it have any traps or anything?
Doesn't appear to be trapped. Doesn't appear to be locked. It's just a chest.
Is there anything magical in it?
Oh, well, we gotta open it up first. And then I can tell you if there's anything magical.
We have to open it to see if there's anything magical?
Do I have to?
The chest would just glow magical.
Would it?
I think.
Okay,
One way
maybe.
to find out.
Could be. Hey, what's the chest made out of?
Looks like wooden, reinforced with steel.
Twice going to be sitting and munching on his snacks he's got while he's watching them.
Kind of has like cross hatching of steel over the wood.
I don't want you using a spell slot.
No, I don't have
energy on
I
it.
can do a thing. I can make it happen. A free ritual, 1 time a day, right now. Don't have to wait on nothing. I'll use that.
All right.
Detect magic.
As you detect magic, looking at the chest, the saber that has a banana for its hilt is magical. And nothing in the chest is magical. In fact, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
With the 12. You don't quite understand it, but you can't. Like with your detect magic, it's kind of like almost like not X-ray vision, but you kind of see different things on a different kind of spectrum. The chest isn't registering.
That's
get
weird.
all-
It's like the chest doesn't even hear. I wonder if it's protected. That you can't, you know.
I
can't
don't
detect
want
it.
to. I don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, well, we have to because we need.
All right, I'll open it. You don't have to.
Doctor. No, I'll do it. I'll finish my
wait.
snack. And I'm going to just flip it open.
All right.
I'm
As
backing
you-
away.
As you flip it open, nothing happens. You open it and you can see the interior of this chest is reinforced with a dark metallic-like material. Lead.
Okay.
It is a lead reinforced.
Aha.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, no, this is good. This is a good place for a garage.
It's about 3.5 feet by maybe 2 feet tall.
Is he gonna be able to breathe?
That's a
I'm
good.
thinking, is this perhaps a way of storing the crystals?
Or magic
Maybe.
in general. Good ways to hide stuff.
I feel like maybe.
I would say Oblate and Tobias can give me a general history check.
General history.
Oblate, you've seen lead used to it protects against scrying magic.
Scry magic.
Yeah, so people trying to look or find
I see.
objects or things in general can't see past. It negates detection magic.
Nice.
Okay, well, it'll be tight. We'll have to let him out sometimes.
Can I determine whether or not he'd be able to breathe in there?
I don't think he
You can
would.
give me a medicine check.
Maybe we can just
I
set
don't
someone
think I
get up there
would.
really quick and test it out.
You want to do a little
Right.
check?
Tobias would fit in there okay-ish.
Put one of
as-
your echoes in there. See if you can breathe.
Flexible.
Same with Donna and Dr. Jellybean. But Garias is closer to Oblate's size. He's not quite that big. I think he's like 5 foot.
Break his
Or-
legs.
Yep.
Bend his knees upward.
Yeah, we'll fix it. We're doctors.
This thing seems like it would be airtight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be conducive to
It's-
living in there.
It's great for smuggling objects.
Not bodies.
Okay,
Not-
I'm gonna.
Living people.
Well, I need help putting it back. So after Oblated tunes, we can put it back. Maybe Grass will be awake by then. I don't know what to do with Grass. There's nowhere to hide him on the ship. I was totally thinking like
The
ship
the
would have some-
compartment on the side is bigger than this chest. Like it's
Yeah.
it's big enough for probably like 4 or 5 of these chests.
Okay, well that's good to know. We can put.
And how
Grass
easy is it to open from the inside? We need to run a test on that as
I would
well.
say with
in there.
Tobias's previous investigation of it, it is openable from the inside. Pretty,
I
pretty,
mean, I can
pretty
just
easily.
latch it thing. I'm gonna put a latch on it. Like, I'm gonna see if I can rig something like put some bolts on it.
So there's no material around at the moment.
No.
It's
I
like,
mean, I
like
have
I said,
plans.
this is an
know how it is
empty
when-
docking space.
You are a crafter and you're struck by inspiration. You start thinking and planning quicker than you can actually get the resources
sure.
to do so.
Do you have any spare parts, Donna? Like any nuts and bolts to keep like in a pocket somewhere just in case you lose any?
I would say we can roll me a d20, Donna.
Okay. I feel like all my parts would be pretty,
We'll say 14 or up, you have something that you could probably work with.
Boo!
No.
Oh, so close.
You got some lint.
Okay, well, so future thing.
I have vials and stuff like that, but no metal.
Right. No, you have your alchemist supplies
metal.
for sure. Up to you guys, what you do.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are we trying to do again?
They're trying to put a latch on a door that there's not a. They're trying to put a lock on a door where there's not a lock, essentially.
Hey, Dr. Donna, you've got that sweet bag that holds stuff, right?
Yes.
Would he fit in there?
Oh, he absolutely would fit, but he would expire very quickly.
He's got to come out every, 10 minutes or so.
Can you just open it?
Also, there's weapons in there we'd have to take out. Because next time we go fishing for him, he might have a musket.
Right, that would be bad. Probably.
I mean, it's okay. We don't have a lot.
I mean, I've got some manacles. Can that be fashioned in some kind of lock?
Wait, you have manacles?
It can be fashioned as manacles.
Yeah, we have manacles.
Manacles into some manacles.
Manacles are also.
I'm going to turn these manacles into handcuffs.
Yeah. See, I didn't realize that I had the manacles until after the fact, even though they're literally right below the rope. So
you made me tear up my cape.
Yep.
I mean, should we untie him, use the manacles, and then
we keep them
rope
tied.
into a lock?
Yeah, you could probably tie the outside so it isn't able to open.
Okay.
Janky.
It's janky, but
it'll work.
It wouldn't be a hidden compartment at that point.
Right,
Man.
yeah, we want to keep it hidden because we don't want people knowing we have Garias. So I say we just manacle, let him know the situation. He can lead us to Hilda. If he doesn't want to leave us to Hilda, we'll have to off him, which will be terrible. I really don't want to off him. That's not the first option.
He's gonna lead us to Hilda.
I know he is. I'm not worried about that. I think he's going to because he wants to live. And so that's the bargaining chip. We let him live.
Yeah, that sounds great. I like that.
You do see Garias start to stir a little bit as you guys are talking.
All right, manacles. I gotta untie these knots. Man, these knots are really good. Don't know who tied them. they're the best.
Keep him tied up. Just keep him tied up and put the manacles on. We're not risking. Yeah,
doubling it up. Okay.
Yeah, we're not risking anything.
Put the manacles on his feet.
Yeah, I don't.
Should we put one on one hand and one on a foot?
Hog
so
time?
it's real awkward.
Like he
and
can't
you
get
would
up.
notice as you're
Scuttle around.
messing with his arms and stuff, he does have flaps between his like a flying squirrel kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely foot to leg is a good idea.
Oh,
I know it'll be uncomfortable, but
real quick, everyone. I think we can play hardball. That's fine. I'm looking at Tobias and Oblate. But I feel like it would go a long way to appeal to his ego and make him comfortable as a bargaining chip of sorts. I feel like, you know what I mean?
You would start to hear that.
All right.
yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, you're awake? Yeah, sorry about that. This is real uncomfortable for both of us. Hey, Garias. It's Tobias. I'll just let you know who it is. Hey, so
Not me, dumbass.
yeah, you shot Oblate. We were going to try to do this a different way, but didn't work out like that. So here we are, and we need to go to Hilda. And
I'm gonna pull out my tablets. I'm gonna pull up my special page with the brain on it, and I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
Okay, so you got 1 minute. Wisdom
Be quick,
save.
Tobias. I don't have time to mess around.
okay, so here we go, man. I'm just going to level with you. We need to find Hilda, and you're going to take us to her. And in return, I'm going to let you live. and you can do whatever you want after that, after we find Hilda. But until then, you're coming with us. I'll even let you have your really cool banana sword over there back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to kill you, and I don't want to do that. That's not option one. But I know how smart you are, and I know that you know things, and you're crafty, and you probably want to get back at us one day for this, and I'm sure that we'll deal with it then. But for now, I give you my word. You get to live once we locate Hilda.
And Dr.
What's he thinking
Jellybean,
about?
all you're getting is surface thoughts. And you would just hear, I knew it. I knew these weren't to be trusted.
Okay, I'm gonna start to dig a little deeper.
You're not getting anything other than surface. He passed the save.
Where's Hilda?
Yep, that's what we're doing. I'm going to take the gag off. I'm going to take the gag off your eyes. But if you scream or anything, I'm going to have to stab you. And I really don't want to do that. So let's do this. We just need to find Hilda, find out what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We know that you cut her finger off. You did some bad stuff. You've let some people die. I can't.
Only those that deserved it.
Okay. If they deserved it, that's great. But we need to find Hilda at this point. And our buddy Cole seems like he bit the big one to help us find Hilda. So here we are. This unpleasant, uncomfortable situation for all of us.
Give me a intimidation check. Or you did mention killing him, but
Old Blade's standing there intimidating.
Yeah,
he's blindfolded.
Yeah, I just want to be like, hey, I want to let you live.
So give me a persuasion check.
Well, just, let him feel that... Never mind. I don't know anything about this.
A natural 20.
Wow.
What do you want with Hilda?
Cole told us to find her. These doctors are looking for her. She's got information they need. I think it all will help us with our issue with the good captain, and
she doesn't want to be found.
Am I seeing anything with those words?
Kind of what he's saying.
Yeah, I understand that, but we have to find Hilda.
Last I heard, she was on the Frizzling Cube.
The Frizzling Cube.
The Frizzling Cube. Okay, so we're going to head to the Frizzling Cube. How many days travel is that from here?
Is he telling the truth?
He is.
He is, okay.
You would hear, at least I think so.
Okay, well, cool. You're going to take a little ride with us. We're going to go get Hilda, go talk to her.
That stays away.
Well,
Welcome to the ship for the next few days. We'll make sure you're fed and you don't die,
and
which
I'm
is important.
going to be blindfolded the whole time, bound, and...
we might let off the blindfold.
Yeah, I could.
Establishing a baseline trust.
Yeah, I want to be able to trust you here.
Baseline. Sure.
Why did you cut off Hilda's finger?
It was twofold.
It was what?
Twofold? What do you mean? What does she get out of it?
Punishment. And to end harassment from this Cole fellow.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Punishment for what?
Disobeyed a couple of direct orders from Furlough. But she's too useful, so she was allowed to live.
Okay.
What do you mean by she was being harassed by Cole? Also,
No. Cole kept asking about her.
So, did she want him to think she was dead?
I don't know what she thought. It wasn't her choice.
Got you. Okay. Well, Cole
Didn't
bit the
quite
big
care
one.
either.
Bit the
Yeah.
big one.
Colbit, the big one back there. So we're going to honor a dead man's, might be dead, last request. And we're going to go find Hilda. And if she says to scram, then guess what? You're still free, and we'll leave.
Free on a freezing cube with no semblance of life. Grand.
Would you rather be dead, buddy? We could do that right now.
Yeah, I don't
Not
like that.
gonna lie, you might as well kill me now and instead of leaving me on a literally freezing cube.
But she's there, so she's living there somehow.
Possibly.
Okay,
And we have
so
a boat.
you want us to bring you back to civilization. Because
Maybe if you're nice.
Or
That's
you
like
could
using the edge.
leave me here now.
yeah, that's
No, that's not gonna happen, friend.
You almost got us, bud.
yeah, almost.
You had me in the first half.
I could talk to some people and maybe get the Blowback Boys to lay off you for a bit.
What do I see his thoughts still?
Was thinking about talking to the Crystal Crossings.
Uh-huh. That's a big no, I think.
I do have connections with the McCain.
Okay, this is all good stuff. I like all these connections and everything. But we're going to go off to this cube, and if we let you live and leave you here, you're just going to come back and you're going to ambush us. And we're going to come back and we're going to be all like, yeah, everything's great. And then...
Well, the McCain don't know where Hilda is either.
Well, you might tell them.
You know where we're headed.
I
You just
haven't
told us
yet.
to go to the freezing cube.
It is where she was last left.
So you know where we're going. So you're gonna send people after us. And
No, not at all. I was
Yeah,
thinking
right.
of bartering with them to, like I said, just have the Blowback Boys lay off of you and... Well, Jepson's fate's already sealed.
How so?
Just,
What do you mean,
Jepson's
how
fate.
so?
they're gonna
Yeah,
kill him.
Is his fate already sealed?
Well, yes.
so the Crystal Crossing is... Wait, why is Jepson going to die?
He has crossed one too many of the crystal crossings. Yes. One too many crystals in his lifetime. Been a thorn in their side for some time.
And how are they going to find him, though, and kill him?
They know where he's at. They're just biding their time.
Well, I've also got another question. You said that Hilda was left at this cube. Was that also part of her punishment?
No, that was part of the research.
Okay,
Was there ever any intention of picking her back up?
If she completed it, yes. I don't
And what kind of research?
Tell us
know
about this.
what Furlough intends to do about everything.
but he's going to be dead, so she'll be stuck on that cube with no one to come get her.
No, she has a
You
ship.
obvious-
She has a ship.
She does have a ship. Okay, this is good news. This is all...
And she has knowledge that is valuable to the wrong people.
You know what type of ship she has? If it has a name, what it looks like? Is it a rowboat?
It is the Blue Buckle.
The Blue Buckle. All right, the Blue Buckle.
It is a flying fish ship. She has information that is valuable to anyone who could have it. Well, she is looking for information that would be valuable to anyone who could have it.
Okay.
Right, and we do know something about that.
Well, you've told us what we need to know. We need to find Hilda. You've offered some pretty sweet deals. How do I know that I can trust you? I mean, we were just going to try to, like, talk to you and...
Well, you know that I want to live, and... Well, I saw what was happening in the bar, and I could smell...
Olivia?
Smell your treachery a mile away after this one. The hamster person mentioned something about come this way. Well, it was obviously a ploy.
Kind of, yeah. We were going to go with Cole to the underside and have a talk with you and figure out where Hilda.
Yeah, but if you would have just come with us, we wouldn't have had to do all of this.
No, you wouldn't
Like,
have ambushed me when I was alone with company that I barely know.
That's fair. I can see your point why you wouldn't have wanted to come talk to us and you were where you're at. Okay, so look, I don't want to really keep a hostage. This is going to make things harder for us. I'm not really opposed to letting you go because, like,
Well, why don't we just take him along to Hilda and we can bring him back?
that seems fair. I like
We're
that.
not gonna leave you nowhere. We're not gonna just abandon you. We're not terrible
Well,
people.
I mean, to be fair, we did rescue him from a prison once, so it would just negate that good deed.
Yes, rescue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
he was
You did-
wanting to be caught.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure.
we would be negating his wants.
Right. So you take a little ride with us. We'll just keep manacles on you. We'll just for safety reasons. Like I said, you can have your nice sword.
We don't know what happened to your gun, though. That's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It didn't make it.
I think it
But-
fell whenever we were trying to swing you across, but your sword made it.
So yeah, you can have your sword back. We'll go find Hilda, and we'll come
I
back.
can have my sword while I'm in manacles.
Well, afterwards. I'm not
Oh.
going to leave you in manacles. You're not going to be like leaving here chained and everything.
I have more valuable possessions than the sword. Believe me.
I'm sure you do, but I still didn't want to take it because
How did we miss those?
I could get you more valuable possessions if you would
We took his whole belt.
let me go. You think I keep my valuable possessions on my person to be pickpocketed by
Check his teeth
the
while he's talking. Nah.
the dull and disgusting people of the belt.
Hey, don't talk about us that way. We're doctors. Me and her. We're not disgusting and dull.
No, you are
I'm
not from the
from
belt.
the
You are
belt.
transplants.
Okay, well, good then.
Don't talk about Jimmer that way.
You could talk about Jimmy that way.
Jimmer is also not from the belt.
Based on
But
this.
he is still a piece of shit, yes.
He works in the junkyard.
And
No
he
offense.
works in a junkyard.
And offensive to people. who-
Exactly the type of people I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, so you told us where she is. We know. You can tell us where that is. In return, we leave you here. You really want to stay here. You don't want to take this ride. What have you got going on that's so important that you can't take a few days off?
Wouldn't be a few days off, it would be a few days in captivity.
That's fair. I don't really like chaining people. Okay. Look, I want to let you go because I'm just going to tell you I don't really like hostage or...
Listen, how about we have a little powwow real quick, okay?
No, have a powwow. By all means. I'm not
Okay,
going
okay.
anywhere.
Right. Yet. You're not going anywhere yet, but I think we can get this straightened out. Hey,
Take your
all right,
time.
so we'll get her in our little powwow, like football huddle style, right?
Sure.
Okay, guys. I think we should let him go. This is going to be a problem for us if we're traveling. through
Everyone
the-
lean into the huddle. Everyone lean into the huddle.
He's gonna send people after us. He knows where we're going.
I don't think he will.
I do.
I don't think he'll send people after us. I think we should let him go. I don't.
Hey, Gorias, are you gonna send people after us?
What people?
You know,
Yeah,
the
crystal
Crystal
people.
Crossing, the Mercane, and the Blowback Boys, and all the people.
As I said, I could arrange for the Blowback Boys to ease off of you.
You
Is
could also
he
arrange for
telling the
money
truth?
off of us.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, I want to.
Well, it wouldn't help me. You want to do
I'll
it?
help.
I mean, look at those eyes. They're so trustworthy.
You don't,
No,
you don't
I-
see his eyes.
I had a previous insight check on him that was really good.
Mhm.
I don't trust him.
Is he telling the truth?
With a 15, it's hard to get a good read on him because he's bound and the situation that he's in. So you don't get solid full truth. You don't get solid untruth.
I think
He's not.
too
If he's lying, he's definitely not blatantly lying.
Donna's gonna look at him and say he's far too valuable to let go.
I mean, I do have some value, but my value is to probably more the Crystal Crossings than to you.
We let him go. The Crystal Crossing doesn't come after us. The Crystal Crossing doesn't come after us, right? We just call this whole thing a wash.
I'm sure once it's found out that I am missing, it will come searching.
Right. See, all the more reason not to take him with us. So we stay here. You don't send people after us. Jepson's fate is sealed. Okay, so Jepson's gonna die. Don't really know the guy. Feel
Well,
bad
we can't
for
let
him.
him die. We don't need him to die yet.
Our orders,
Is there a way to leverage Jepson not dying yet?
not yet.
We need another week.
Another
We
week.
need that. Yeah, we need that meeting with her captain.
Well, the Blowback Boys are already here, so I doubt that that hand will stay. They need something worth going after. Heard they're after Kiera as well. Nothing missed there either.
Where is Kira?
Probably in that hole she likes to climb into under the mall.
Okay, so Kier, so the Blowback Boys aren't going to let up unless you give them someone, and I don't want to do that either.
Well, as far as Jepson's concerned. If I get them off your trail, I could... They would have to go after something instead.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't like throwing people under the bus like that.
Oh, what?
The trams that ride around?
No.
Yeah. Like you can throw people under them as they're going by and...
The
it's bad.
train. Yes, I don't spend
Train.
much time on terrestrial worlds.
Alright guys. Alright guys. Guys, I think we should let him go. He's gonna help us out. We call this a wash.
Is there any other way I could help you? And just let me know. I can be of assistance.
Future favor, possibly, but
A future
Kinda just-
favor.
kind of mainly just don't send people after us. And we call this whole deal.
Don't send people after you.
Yeah, we kind of pretend
Can
like
do that.
Or before us. Don't send them after or before.
Well, don't know how I would do that, but I do know where you're going.
Right.
So there is that. I can see your point there.
Right, which requires some trust here. So, and I'm not really big on putting people in bonds, so...
Well,
I don't
that's
like-
already happened, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm feeling really bad about it, Garius, just to let you know. But you're really good with that sword and that gun. I mean, look at Oblate over there.
I would if I could.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, what do you guys think? Oblate, buddy, should we let him go? I don't like hostage situations, man.
Get you
I'm
riches or
going to-
money if you'd like. Vouchers.
I mean,
As much
money...
as I want riches and money, that's not.
I'm going to look
Can't
to
buy me.
Dr. Jelly
Man,
because she saw what was in his head at the bar and all the violence and everything that he relished doing.
Hey, Garias, why you kill so many people?
Only those that deserve it, like I said.
But what do you mean deserve it? Like, deserve it how?
By his
You say
judgment.
who deserves it and who doesn't deserve it.
Well,
Can't play God.
I guess that is a fair question. No, I wouldn't play God.
Like
That
they
is
were
up to
mean
the
to you?
gods to do. Oh no.
Or like they took something from you, or they did something to you?
Those that deserve it are on the wrong end of my saber.
Yeah, that seems like a ends justifies the means type philosophy.
Either way,
They usually do. For example, those two, the hare folk and the dwarf at the camp that you took the boat from.
Uh-huh.
If you had let them live, then they could have blabbed and told people about you. And, well, I was just looking out for you all and myself as well.
It's funny, I feel like we're in a mirrored situation. Is that like if the shoe was on the other foot?
Oh, not at all. You see, I
mean, who's-
have things to give. They had nothing.
he has a lot to give, but
Their lives.
what I really want to do is, since we have the information we need from you that we couldn't get with a talk, that I don't want this to just be a wash.
Could use
I
that.
think he's better kept as insurance.
I don't want
The
to
only-
keep a hostage. This is
The only
not.
thing I'm worried about is him being held.
He won't be a hostage, but he will be on the same ship as the rest of us.
What was that, Josh?
What did you say?
Oh, I was just saying the only thing I'm worried about if we keep him is the Crystal Crossing's coming to look for him. But
Yeah.
would they know to go to the cube?
No, but that doesn't mean that
No,
one of their
but if we
scouting
left them
ships
here,
wouldn't find us and
They
Tim
would be
tied
more
up.
likely.
And ships they do have.
Yes, I know. Saying we leave them.
They'd be
We
more
got-
likely to know if we left them.
We just leave him here tied up? And I take my manacles back?
I mean, we could drop him off on a rock towards the outside of town so that way he could get back. I don't want to, like, strand him. And then drop him off.
We'll put him in a crate and have him shipped.
I mean,
It's not a lead line one.
yeah, let's not do that.
We'll send to the Panther's purse.
Where can we drop him off outside of town where he could get back and we don't leave him stranded where he can die without being seen by the GIF?
You could probably drop me off at the forge, Nestor.
Drop him off at the forge, just away from the Blowback Boys, and then yeah, I'm good with that. Because you see Tobias getting really itchy about having someone like chained up and he's responsible for it. He's like getting fidgety. Doesn't feel good about it.
I didn't mean chained up. He'd have all his personal privileges just in our immediate vicinity, under our watchful eye.
Yeah, but he
That's
doesn't. It's not kid. It's kind of kidnapping.
yeah, I'm
It's,
feeling already bad about this whole situation of kidnapping and stuff, so
Hostages never work out for anyone.
they don't. I know this. That's why
Well,
If you
okay.
you capture somebody, you just give them to the
Catch and release, huh?
Catch and release.
We got the information we needed. It went down really bad. We go find Hilda, which is what you guys want. I get my meeting for the captain. I think this is a win for everybody. And Grias gets to live and do, well, whatever Grias is up to. So it's a win for everybody.
All right, if you say so. I'll trust your experience.
I don't like any of the options. I don't like what's happening now, and
Do you like keeping a hostage more? Because that,
no, I don't.
that
No, I
makes me
don't.
feel
Well,
not.
I was only worried that Tobias was gonna kill you at first, but since it's not killed, then I don't see why we can't be friends of friends.
Sure.
Yeah, so we're friends now, yeah? So now we're friends. That's how this works.
Yep.
Neutral
You're friends.
acquaintances, professionals.
Business associates, yes.
Colleagues. We're colleagues.
Sure.
Crystal
I
colleagues.
think we have an understanding.
I'm good with that. All right, let's go drop him off at Nestor's Forge. I'm gonna start untying him. Keep the manacles on. We'll get those off of you when we drop you off at the forge. I don't want to get stabbed, because then I'll have to stab you back, and you know how that goes.
I do.
All right, let's see if we can get this thing to the forge, get him dropped off, and go to the cube.
Freezing cube.
The freezing cube that
The
is...
Frizzling Cube.
Oh, I thought you said
Frizzling.
freezing.
Okay. So, is there a map on the ship? Is there like a
No,
navigator?
we just got it.
Okay, so we need
No
a...
GPS?
All right, so we need a map, because we're here in the Euclidean Belt, and we've got a... Well, we know where it is, but that's...
Maybe we can use
It's away
the
from
gravity of the Dork Star to slingshot us across the Frizzling Cube.
We.
No.
Yeah.
So, whenever you do finish a tuning O-Blade, which would have been prior to this, you do feel that pins and needles, and you feel at one with the boat. It actually has, I think, 4 sails that come out off the sides
Yellow.
of it. They're yellow.
Okay, so we have a ship that's not wanted. We know where the Frizzling Cube is.
We need supplies.
Nestor owes me a few favors. I can have him give you some supplies.
Yeah, that sounds great. That's perfect. Let's do that.
Grand. And so as you take off with him still tied up, no longer manacled, but still blindfolded, heading out from underneath the belt, heading toward the island where Nestor's Forge is on, at the outskirts of this kind of community here on the belt. And that'll be where we end today. And we'll pick up there next session in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, man.
See.
Sorry, guys.
Can head to the Nestor's Forge. But we'll pick up
Yeah.
there in a couple of weeks.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Woot. That was,
Pretty intense.
Wow. Well, I wonder what they're going to do next. You wonder what they're going to do next? Judy sure does. And if you're like Judy, you can like and subscribe and watch the next episode of The Astral Avenue. Thanks for watching.